This is a video on compound interest, and we want to find out how long it takes for our money to double or triple in value. So here's what we're given. An account pays an interest rate of 6.75%. So our 6.75%, so we're going to go ahead and put that as our R, 0.0675. We always move it 2 places to the left. And it is compounded continuously. So the formula we need to use is the PERT equation. A equals PE to the RT. How many years, so years is our unknown, how many years will it take for our money to double? So it doesn't tell us how much money we have here. So we're going to just make up a number, a nice pretty number. So let's say we have $5 in our account. It could be $1 if you wanted. It doesn't matter. So I'm just going to make up a number. So you're going to make up a starting number. All right, so part A, we want our money to double in size. So if we want our money to double in size, what's the double of $5? We want that to now be $10.
This Spirit, will you please dial 3702?
We want that to be now $10. So let's go ahead and plug it into this formula. For it to double, it's going to be $10 equals $5 was our original amount. E raised to the RT, 0.0675, and then times T. T is our unknown, so I'm going to leave that T alone. And what we need to do is we need to solve this equation for T. So I'm just going to rewrite it one more time. 10 equals 5e to the 0.0675 t. So we're going to undo this equation. So the first thing we want to do is divide both sides by 5. So we can get that e by itself. So now the 5's will cancel out on the right, and then 10 divided by 5 is 2. And then I still have on the right side e raised to the 0.0675t. Now we are going to take the natural log of both sides. So the natural log of 2 equals, we're going to take the natural log of the right side also. You do one thing to one side, you must also do it to the other. Here's the reason why we want to take the natural log of both sides. Remember that natural log is base e. Exponential is base e also. So these are what we call inverses of each other. So we can use the inverse property. So now what we're left with on the right is 0.0675t, and then on the left it stays the same, natural log of 2. Again, we're trying to find out what t is. So the next step now is to divide both sides by 0.0675. Divide by 0.0675. Cancel the 0.0675. You're left with t on the right. And on the left, you have the natural log of 2 divided by 0.0675. Now you want to use your calculator. You say the natural log of 2, which is 0.693147. I'm going to leave that on my calculator. And divide it by 0.0675. And you get 10.268 equals t. So that's our time. So our time is approximately 10.5 years for our money to double at that interest rate. Let's come over now to this part B. Now we want our money to triple. So we're going to assume we have $5 again in our savings account, and we want our money to triple. So what would mean for our money to triple? Well, that's 5 times 3, which is 15. So I'm going to change that end amount now to 15. Let's go over and substitute our important pieces into the formula. 15 is our end amount. 5 is our initial amount. E raised to the same interest rate of 0.0675 is your R. And then your time is unknown. We're going to go through the same process like we did in part A and solve for T. So step 1 is to divide both sides by 5. Divide by 5, divide by 5. So the 5s will cancel on the right. We're left with 15 divided by 5 on the left, which is 3, equals E raised to the 0.0675t. Now we're going to take the natural log of both sides. Natural log of 3, natural log of E to the 0.0675t. Leave the natural log of 3 alone. And now remember, these two are inverses of each other. So we're left with just 0.0675t. Now we just undo that 0.0675t by dividing both sides by that. So we say divide both sides by 0.0675. Divide both sides by 0.0675. And now those cancel on the right, left with t. And now we need to enter natural log of 3 divided by 0.0675 into our calculator. So the natural log of 3 equals 1.0986. Just leave that in your calculator. Divide that by 0.0675. And you get t equals 16.28. So the time is approximately 16 1/3 years.